Hello, and welcome to Snack Decisions, the show where I help you make good snack decisions. On today's episode, we are continuing the Easter celebration. Every year during Easter time, a lot of gummy candies are released in jelly bean form, or things that are normally not released in jelly bean form get released in jelly bean form. Last year, I did Starburst jelly beans, and this year, I'm doing something new to me. I know I've had their product before, but I've never known it was called this before. Yes, these are jelly beans. Kind of difficult to get up here, but Trolli jelly beans. Yes, they're usually I buy the gummy worms, which is what they're noted for, from the by the pound store, so I never know if they're Trolli or not. They're just gummy worms. They probably are, though, given what I learned about them. So I might as well get into that right now. So they began as a pasta company in 1948 in Fürth, Germany, and there were post-war sugar rationings going on, and when those were lifted, they switched over to confections and candy and all this good stuff. The name Trolli was registered in 1979, and then shortly thereafter in 1981, they essentially invented gummy worms, or were the first ones to release gummy worms. They were called gummy squigglers, not gummy worms. Obviously, I wouldn't want to eat a gummy squiggler over here, so they changed it to gummy worms, and yes, it's all great and good. 1997, Ferrera Candy Company, the ones that also own Brock's out in, I think, Oak Park, Illinois, they bought the trademark, so now they are sold by Ferrera Candy Company in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Europe and Asia has a different company handling those. But yeah, I've had gummy worms before. I just didn't know if they were Trolli or not. I'll show the packaging again because, man, heavy 90s vibes here. Yeah, it reminds me of, Taco Bell and Mountain Dew and extreme things. They come in, it looks like 6 different flavors: cherry, lemon, strawberry, grape, orange mango, raspberry, strawberry, grape, apple, and lemon raspberry. I don't know how. Hopefully they're all different colors, so I'll be able to pick them apart and get 6 of them. Because, yeah, I don't know how I'm going to distinguish these, honestly. But we're going to open it first, I hope. Oh, okay. A little bit difficult on the opening, but when I did open it, you could see here, it's a clean open. Very nice. I was using a fair amount of force on that. Same problem with everything else. It doesn't have the resealable. I guess jelly beans, they can stand up a little longer to being exposed to the air, so that's fine. But yeah, I would rather have that resealable thing. Packaging, 2 stars. 2 stars for packaging. Okay, let's see what kind of jelly. These are, wow. I don't know if they're all like this, but man, these are some chunky jelly beans. Jeez. I think I got all 6 here. There's a green, a blue, a red, an orange. I think a purple, but it looks kind of like, dishwater purple, and then a dingy yellow as well. That looks like everything. So I'm going to try them all individually and then come back after the swipe and let you know which ones were my favorite and which ones weren't. I'm not 100% sure which colors match which flavor combinations, because there's some overlap and some similar flavors, and there's 2 of them that have lemon in it. So yeah, I don't know which one I tasted, honestly, because these probably are all are artificial and not really well defined. I'll just do my favorites and my least favorites. My favorites were, I'm thinking it was raspberry strawberry. That provided a nice tartness, a nice little boost of fruit flavor, if you will. And then I believe the strawberry grape actually was really interesting. I think that was the blue one. Provided, again, the strawberry gave a little tartness, and the grape gave a little bit of a come down on that, so it really didn't get too aggressive or too crazy. My least favorite, the orange mango, that got a little bit too much and too tart. There was nothing grounding it, And then surprisingly, the cherry one, because usually I love cherry stuff, the cherry lemon. It started out great with the cherry, but then when you get into it, the lemon's in there, and it's way too much, way too tart, way over the top, honestly. Yeah, the lemon raspberry one was not that not it was okay. Same thing goes for the grape apple. The grape apple was kind of on my it like some of the other apple stuff I've had on here. It's just not offensive. It was fine. It wasn't bad. It wasn't good. It was just there, honestly. Um, yeah, that when it hit well. I'm gonna say overall, given the peaks and the valleys of this 3 stars. Okay, now if you hit the good ones, in my opinion, the raspberry, strawberry, or that strawberry grape, you're did 4 or 5 on those. The lower one, 2, and then maybe that mango orange one was a 1 because that was a little bit rough and a little bit extreme for me. But yeah, all told, average them all out. It's 3 stars, perfectly fine. Jelly bean with a hidden surprise inside with this 2-in-1 flavor thing. On to value. These retail, at least wherever I bought them at, for $5. They were on sale for $1 or $1 off. So it was $4 for a bag of these. Man, that's a little on the high side for something like this. I mean, those Rice Krispie Peeps were $1.50 for 10 of them, even though they were just marshmallow. But still, wow, that was crazy value. This one for $4 a bag. That's I would honestly rather spend a little bit more to get the Cadbury eggs, to be honest with you. It's not offensive if you like jelly beans. I think I would rather go for the Starburst ones or maybe even the Swedish Fish ones. I think the Swedish Fish ones are actually cheaper than this. So I will give the value on this 2 stars at $4. Obviously, if it goes lower, star value goes up. You know the drill. Okay, we're going to pair this with hopefully something fruity. We are going back to Madison, Wisconsin, and Working Draft Beer Company for their IPA. Hello, my name is Simcoe. Single hop IPA coming in at 6.5% ABV. I really enjoyed the dad bod with the Cadbury eggs. I figured this one, when I picked it up, it was going to pair well with something kind of on the fruity side, and that would be these jelly beans. So let's hope. As you could see from my, it's clean glass. It is on the pale side, but not completely pale like a modern West Coast IPA is, but it does have some pale-like qualities. It is completely clear, which I am very happy for. I usually like to see a little bit of a darker crystal malt in there involved in the process here, but it's fine. You got about a half finger of head. It looks like something I would be happy to drink. So let's see how it smells. Now, Simcoe is noted for sometimes giving off a cat pee kind of aroma. Not bad, but it's just like, that sometimes comes off of it. Like sometimes stouts have a soy sauce or umami note. It's the same thing here. There is a little bit of a cat pee aroma, but it's mostly like a green or grass piney aroma coming off of it with maybe a little bit of a tropical fruit backing it up. I'm hoping, based on the aroma here, it's going to be something that is more bitter than fruity, but I won't know until I drink it, so bottoms up. This one's aggressively bitter, honestly. This was, in my head, my brain, a throwback to like 10, 15 years ago in craft beer with the IBU wars. Everybody was trying to get things increasingly bitter. It is very bitter. This is definitely not one of those ones you introduce someone who's not used to IPAs or craft beer into. It really, really hammers the bitterness. It stays around. After that sip I just took, I'm still having some bitter qualities coming off of it. But yes, it is very grassy, very dank. Slight tropical notes running through everything. There's no cat pee taste, thankfully. But yeah, it's just very bitter. I believe the pale malt, that I'm assuming they used a pale malt in this, is really not it's really not hiding the bitterness. There's no complement to it, because if they used a crystal or a sweeter malt, it would be combining with it, and you could even go probably even more bitter, and it wouldn't be as perceptible because you had that, a little sweet backing on it to cut that. That being said, this is very good, but I would be much, much more happy with a darker, sweeter malt added to it. That would be a 5-star. What's in my glass is perfectly fine, and I will not complain about it with some of the other stuff that I could possibly get out there, like a hazy or a straight West Coast where there's really like just Pilsner malt, and I just want some of that sweet crystal malt. So this will get a 4 stars in taste. Really, really solid. I would definitely get this again. Now I'm hoping it's going to be a tropical, dank, green paradise in my mouth as I pair these. Again, I wish they identified which ones were which, because I think I did all of them, but I don't know. One of them, as I was digging through the bag here, this one's like speckled. I don't know if you can see that or not, but yeah, I have no idea what that is. So yeah, similar to the actual jelly bean tasting. If it hit hard. If it missed, it was kind of like, whoa, kind of aggressive. The big hits with the blue one, which I'm assuming is let me go back to the bag of it. I'm assuming that's strawberry grape. That one was kind of subtle, and it really mixed well with the beer, just adding some fruit flavors to it. The beer does move very fast across the tongue, so there's not a lot of time to mix with the jelly bean. And then I believe it's the raspberry strawberry. It just added some tartness to it and a little bit of levity to the whole bitterness of it. That mango orange, way too much, way too powerful for this. That was easily they were fighting on that one. And then the green apple, I'm assuming it's apple grape, the green one. Maybe purple. The purple one was fine. It was just there. It didn't really fight it or meld well with it. Whatever this green one is, I'm going to guess that's grape apple, but I have no idea. That one was just kind of like fighting it, and it wasn't as powerful as the orange mango, but there was that tart apple blast at the finish that was way powerful and way too much. Again, it all depends on what you're doing, which jelly bean you're pairing with it. And I'm going to do one thing with the pairing just to give it a final value here. I'm going to grab all the ones I have here and do it at the same time with the beer. Let's see how it shakes out. I'm thinking the sum of the parts are greater than the individuals on this one. Because if you do all of them together, some of the harsher ones like the orange mango and the lemon raspberry, I think, was the other one I didn't really like. That was a little bit too much. They kind of get knocked out and turned down with some of the other more subtle ones, like I'm assuming the grape apple and maybe some of the tartness from the raspberry strawberry. So it kind of just works like a fruit party in your mouth. And then when I threw the beer in that, it was just like adding some bitterness to this whole fruit party. Therefore, because of that, I was ready to give this a 3 based on the individuals, but putting them all together in your mouth, it works a lot better. Pairing gets a 4-star on that. Again, I'm still getting bitterness, but I'm also getting like fruit tartness in my mouth still, even after all this talking. So it was really well done. I might even raise the straight up ranking, taste ranking of the Trollis to 4 if you mix them all together as opposed to a 3, because it was a lot more fun and a lot more balanced, if you will. I don't know how many people are picking out individual ones. I would just throw them all in my mouth, so that's why I did that. So yeah, hey, bonus taste ranking there. One more week of the Easter celebration. Get pumped. I got one more thing to do for Easter. Very excited about that. Like, subscribe, follow. Shoot me an email, snackdecisions@gmail.com. If you see something that is interesting you'd like me to try, yeah, or if you see a beer out there you want me to pair with, yeah, let me know about it. I'm happy to oblige. One more for the Easter celebration. Heck yeah. Until next time, make good snack decisions.